Our next guests are introducing young wheelchair athletes to the sport. Ted Crljenica is one of them kicking off the league this Saturday with an open house at Beach Grove Curling Club in Tecumseh. And Julie Ostrom is with John McGivney Children's Center in Windsor, and both of them are in our studio this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Ted, I want to start with you. What inspired you to start up Youth Wheelchair Curling League?
It was my late wife's plan to do something with kids in her retirement. And unfortunately, cancer got in the way and prevented that. And after she passed away, I was thinking of ways to honor her. And she was an avid curler, and she had worked at what is now the John McGivney Center. And I thought that combining those two would be a good way to remember my wife.
What was your wife's name?
Anne Askin.
Okay, and she had what kind of cancer?
It was cholangiocarcinoma, bile duct cancer.
Bile duct cancer, who knew?
Yeah.
Did you and your wife talk about wheelchair curling at all before her passing?
Not specifically, but we just talked about doing something with kids with disabilities. She had volunteered at WETRA, which is the horse riding program for kids with disabilities, and the discussion revolved around that and trying to find something else that might be of interest to kids in wheelchairs.
Why did you think it was important to keep going with this vision?
Curling's a great sport. I understand. We talked a little bit before the interview, and you have been a curler, and so you understand it. It's a great way to get through winter. And I think there are so many sports that kids in wheelchairs could do, but there's no opportunity for them. And it's just another way to let kids have fun.
Julie, I want to bring you in. How did you get involved in all of this?
So as the recreation therapist at the John McGivney Children's Center, it was a natural partnership with Ted to help him find clients that could be a part of this league.
What did you think when you heard of his vision?
I was so inspired by his vision and hearing his passion for the sport and his reasoning for the league. I was excited to jump in and help him get it started.
Yeah, what has the interest been so far from the youth?
There's a big interest. A lot of families are looking for opportunities for their kids to participate in sport, and there's not a lot of opportunities out there. So when I asked clients about this league, everyone was so excited to jump in. So we've had good interest from the families.
Yeah, can you give us an idea of the landscape? I'm wondering how many sports in our area are available for youth in wheelchairs?
Specifically, there's only 2 leagues that I know of, one being the Windsor Ice Bowl at sledge hockey, and then Rose City Riot has the basketball league. So those are the only 2 specific wheelchair leagues that I'm aware of. But there's a lot of different organizations that provide accessible opportunities for kids with exceptionalities.
Yeah, are there any moments that you have or any stories of athletes who have really been transformed through sport?
Absolutely. Just in my time at the John McGivney Children's Center, we have a bowling club where kids of all ages come and they cheer each other on. They have their personal goals that they're trying to achieve. So just seeing the kids come together and connect with each other and try different types of sports, it's really cool to see them build those friendships and then build their physical skills as well.
Yeah. And Ted, you had this vision, but it's been a couple of years sort of slugging along and trying to get it to reality. Yes. Was it as hard as you thought it would be?
It was harder. Yeah. And I'm so thankful that Julie jumped in with full vigor because I didn't know what I didn't know. Julie has been great, and the support of the McGivney Center has been wonderful. Just little things that I didn't think about, like measuring the door with the door open as opposed with the door closed to make sure that they can get on the ice. Little things like that. Very, very helpful.
Yeah, and you had some people come on board. I'm thinking you had mentioned to me you went to Ilderton and did some research, and they've sort of helped you make things more accessible.
Ilderton has been wonderful. They have a wheelchair curling program there, and Laura Leach is the manager of the curling club there. She's coming down on Saturday to help us get started. She welcomed me up to Ilderton, and I got to watch their wheelchair curlers, and I came out more inspired than when I went there. It's just wonderful to see the smiles on the kids' faces.
Did you curl with your wife?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Have you ever tried wheelchair curling?
I have not.
Okay, you still need to do it
this week.
I know. I think watching it and preparing for our chat, it seems like it almost takes more skill because there aren't people following the rock down and sweeping, right? So
Right. Yes.
I'm wondering, as an avid curler yourself, when you watch this sport, what sort of takeaway did you have?
It it's amazing the skill level of these curlers, but at this point, I can see that we could have sweepers. There's nothing that says we can't. We're there to make sure the kids have fun, and if it means that we can sweep or have sweepers, that'll be bonus for all of us.
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Look at you just transforming the sport. Maybe you have a new sport, mixing able bodied and wheelchair
Yeah,
athletes.
maybe.
Maybe. How old do kids have to be to play?
Julie?
We're asking for 7 and older, so 7 to 21.
Okay. That's a good range.
Yeah.
And what usually people hear an interview like this and they want to help. So they reach out to us. When you're talking to them, what do you need from the community?
Well, it would be great to spread the word that this program's available. And if there are kids with certain disabilities and they're not necessarily in a wheelchair but have issues that may prevent them from curling, Julie has thought of the idea of bringing some transfer wheelchairs. They're called transfer wheelchairs
Yes.
to the club, and they can try it out.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and one of the issues, and Julie had looked into doing this at the city facility, the Capri Center. Julie, what did you find out?
Yeah, wheel or curling in general is not an inexpensive sport. So, with using the Beech Grove facilities and the equipment needed for wheelchair curling, there is a cost that comes with that. But we want to make sure that the families don't have a high cost to participate in this, so that there's not any barriers for their
So do you need donors
participation.
then? You want
Yeah,
people to come alongside and donate some money to pay for some of the ice time, some of the sticks, some of the equipment.
Right.
that would be very helpful.
And they do use special sticks. They don't use the regular delivery sticks that some adults who can't get down and curl out of the hack use. But the sticks that the kids use have a special head on it that adds the turn, the curl to the rock, which is an amazing invention. Yeah. And they're longer as well.
Is there a cost to the athletes themselves?
This Saturday there is not for the open house. It's for anybody to come out and try it. And but beyond that, yes, it's so that we're planning for 5 curling sessions after this in November and December, and it'll be $50 per curler to join. And
Okay, it's not bad.
then if the interest is there, we'll continue into the 2025 season.
How do you think this will help bring you closer to your wife?
It's just seeing the kids smile.
No doubt you'll think about her every time you head out into that rink.
I think about her every time I curl now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ted,
Thank you.
for coming in, and Julie, I appreciate this.
Thank you.
Ted Crljenica and Julie Armstrong are running a wheelchair curling league at Beech Grove Curling Club in Tecumseh. The open house, as we mentioned, is this Saturday. It's ages 7 and up that are welcome. And curling equipment, for the most part, is, what are you saying?
10 till 12.
10 to 12.
Yeah, 10 a.m. till
10 a.m. till 12. Thanks, Ted. It's age 7 to 21. And if you have any questions, text me. I'll see if I can find the answer for you. The number is 519-984-2051.